Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Well, like 69% of my audience. I was just looking at the back end numbers there, and that's what popped out over the past 28 days or whatever the fuck YouTube runs things back on. So, regardless, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thanksgiving. It always just looks like a ton of fun for the next 4 days. So, I anticipate it's going to be a pretty slow weekend for news, at least hopefully, because the last time that I said that there was tragedy over in Wisconsin, even more so than usual, but it's becoming quite the hotbed of activity lately, and we're going to have to be running back a different story that's going to be going to trial pretty shortly. I forget her name, but that one's a weird situation, but I want to get my facts all marshaled before we dive into that. But yeah, what we got here today is obviously, you guys, if you're having Thanksgiving dinner, you know that there are significant price increases across the plate. Remember, for Independence Day, just a few months ago, it feels like it would be a whole hell of a lot longer than that, but remember how the White House was saying, oh, you guys get to save 16 or 20 some odd cents per every plate that's there. Congratulations, that's care of old Uncle Joe right for you. But now, where's those tweets? Where's the little graphics that are saying you're saving so much money on your Thanksgiving Day because Orange Man's gone now? And it's like, doesn't really translate any farther than just the mere couple of cents that you could have been saving. Meanwhile, everything else is going up. But before we get to the massive increases about what's on the plate itself, let's talk about at the pump there. If you guys did any traveling to go be with some loved ones or your family, oh, for the holiday break, you're gonna notice that it's at least $1.20 per gallon more than last year's trip. That is fucked. That is absolutely fucked. The national average price of gas on Thanksgiving 2021 is at least $1.20 more than last year's Thanksgiving. According to the AAA, Thursday's national average is $3.38, or I'm sorry, about 340. Last year on Thanksgiving, the price was $2.12 per gallon. Holy fuck. That's ridiculous. Well, that's still ridiculously cheap in comparison. I don't know why up here in Canada we're sitting on all that shit, but it's like almost twice as expensive. But whatever, it's not about me, it's about you guys. You guys have a sweet holiday right now. From October, the national average price of gas has increased about 1 cent. Oh, that's a whole lot, right? I'm sure. Well, I don't know why they aren't championing that. The price was $3, about 39 cents, give or take a bit. In October, less than November's average. November's increase in price is part of a trend that has increased since Joe Biden's presidency. No shit. The price of gas has increased primarily to Biden's war on American energy. In January 2021, he canceled the Keystone XL pipeline, and we've been over that a ton. So let's get into the price of food itself and what regular Americans, before we get into the hoity-toity elites, I know, right? Strong language. On the verge of celebrating Thanksgiving with her family, Melissa No wasn't happy that about her grocery shopping trip. What'd she take her kids with her? The high price of gasoline has cut into her family's budget for everything, she said. Well, yeah, we just went over that, but let's get into the actual cost. You can kind of see from the wonderful little graph that we have there that things are just, well, all across the board, they've just gone up. She is now shopping at 3 different grocery stores. Giant Eagle, I'd imagine that's probably a chain at a certain part of the country. Mark's, again, same thing. Like, these don't mean anything. And Aldi, at least know about Aldi. It's kind of like somewhere between Walmart and like a dollar store, somewhere in that area, to find the lowest prices. And this is percent increases year over year. So you got beef that's like 20 and change percent up, eggs nearly a 12% increase, salad dressing, poultry, ham, prepared vegetables, canned vegetables, fresh whole milk, sugar, salt, everything down to, and just a little tiny increase in wine. So of course they just want to keep you drunk and sedated, so they won't be raising those prices anyways. But it's everything, said No, a resident of Lakewood, Ohio, alright, whose husband works as a dye maker in Cleveland. Oh, so just legitimately, just like working class people, okay? The people who actually get affected by this shit. Everything has gone up, not just gas. The main thing I've noticed about the grocery store is that has gone up in the price is U.S. meat. It's about double from last year. Oh no, it's only about a quarter more expensive. We're a one-worker family, and we're always having to juggle. Now we're juggling more. Why? I don't know. Biden wants to switch everybody to bugs, I guess. She's blaming the situation on Americans having to face more than a year on such things as the COOF pandemic, supply chain issues, and even the president she voted for. Oh, you get what you fucking deserve, stupid. As a resident of West Cleveland suburb and Democrat stronghold, No is quick to admit that she's worried she voted for President Biden in 2020. She usually votes Democrat because she's stupid. She said she may not vote in the next election. Oh, why? Orange Man's that bad? For Alan Van Houten and Kathy Ellison of Lakewood, things have always been tight. Going into the 2021 holiday season, their budget is tighter still. No shit. Let's get some more graphs, shall we? When it comes to what's on the plate for Thanksgiving, yeah, a 16-pound turkey. Well, obviously, not everybody's going to be having a 16-pound turkey. That would get ludicrous in price. You're looking at what? A shade over $24, which is actually, you know what, I think that's pretty good pricing in comparison. Man, I'm really getting screwed out here in Alberta. This sucks. Pumpkin pie mix. Oh no, just buy a pumpkin pie. What are you doing? Everything across the board. Everything is up. But mostly, when you take a look at that, yeah, you got your turkey, you got a big old increase there, and then you got ham as well. So I guess the stupid Democrat voter there, she was right when she was saying, oh, meat is just up. It's more expensive. It's like double. Well, if you just ran the numbers back, you realize it's probably not doubled. But hey, you voted for Joe, so I guess dementia kind of rubs off at the ballot box. We're going to 3 different grocery stores. We're having trouble finding stuff. Ellison told Epoch Times, we're looking at pies at Giant Eagle, and they used to be on sale for $3.99. Now they're $5.99. That's significant, I guess, when you're trying to buy pies, whatever. We like to get a Dutch apple pie, and those are $13.99. That's ridiculously expensive. Sometimes the supplier takes advantage of the situations, too. Well, yeah, of course, if they know that a panic's out there, they're going to take advantage of that. Obviously, that makes sense. The government is doing whatever they want to do anyway, Van Houten said. Okay, so going out of Ohio, which a lot of people do, in Florida, 2 large grocery chains, Publix and Winn-Dixie, are limiting certain holiday foods during Thanksgiving week. Sweet. Publix Director of Communications Maria Brous released a statement saying that that caps are being placed on certain food items because of supply chain issues. Why won't any of those vessels that are still stuck out on the Port of Los Angeles take up Ron DeSantis's invitation to just go through the Panama Canal and then offload in Florida? Why aren't they doing that? Wouldn't have so many supply chain issues. It's actually cheaper to do that, if you can fucking believe that, than simply wait at the Port of Los Angeles. Anyways, last week, the Lakeland Company, which has 1,280 stores across the southeastern United States, placed restrictions on anticipation of demand and supply chain crisis, according to Brous. Another grocery outlet, Winn-Dixie, has placed caps of 1 turkey per customer. Whatever. Southeastern Grocers, a Jacksonville, Florida company, owns Winn-Dixie, as well as Fresco y Mas and Harvey's Supermarket. Those are just words, really. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis weighed in on the rising cost of food and said he's concerned about inflationary pressures, for which he blames the Biden administration. Well, you know what? It's actually fair. Inflation that you're seeing, the White House said it wasn't real. It's real. Oh no, they've since backtracked, and maybe that was just Biden saying the quiet part out loud. But yeah, no, they've realized that. Oh, maybe not when he made the statement on November 22nd, but perhaps. This is going to be the most expensive Thanksgiving we've seen in quite some time. Prices have increased by 20% from last year on turkeys at least. Since 1986, the American Farm Bureau Federation has conducted a Thanksgiving meal survey. A 2021 survey found that a meal for 10 people was expected to cost $53.31 for 10 people. Wait, what? Jesus. Man, I'm looking at these. I know I should be shocked by the price that this is costing, but I'm just comparing it to Canadian prices and like Alberta prices, and boy, do we get fucked royally on this shit. I'm gonna have to tally up Christmas dinner just to run it back for you guys. Federation checked prices between October 26th and November 8th and noted that stores began selling whole frozen turkeys at a lower price 2 weeks later. As the meat protein most associated with Thanksgiving. No shit, wow. Turkey is going to cost consumers 24% more than it did in 2020. The AFBF estimates that a 16-pound turkey will cost $23.99, or roughly $1.50 per pound more, than 2020. But yeah, obviously we just continue to run back numbers until we're blue in the face. And if you want more first-hand accounts from people that might be in your local home state, link for this article, it continues to go down. We're not but about a third down anyways, but as you're going to figure out, things are costing more than they did last year. But hey, guess what? You can all rest secure at night, because Biden and Kamala, weird, each released their own Thanksgiving messages alongside President Trump. In video messages, Biden and Harris both stressed the importance of being thankful and the opportunity to gather in person for Thanksgiving this year after being apart last year. Raise your hand if you adhered to the stupid, whoever it was, the NIH, the CDC, the FDA, the fucking AAA. It really doesn't much matter who's out. Oh, you should really just, if you're going to have Thanksgiving, you should be having it outside. Yeah, fuck off. Or if you had Zoom Thanksgiving, I wish you'd take that advice and then just zoom behind the wheel of your vehicle after a couple of fucking glasses of boxed wine. Trump, meanwhile, released a written statement, of course he did, in which he focused on enjoying this Thanksgiving, knowing that a wonderful future lies ahead. I wonder whatever he could mean. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This will be a special time in America, Biden said in a message alongside his wife, Jill, which was probably heavily edited, and I'm not watching that. That looks like fucking visual aids. This year's blessings of Thanksgiving are especially meaningful. I remember back when I was a kid and we would hang out with the Pilgrims and we'd go around hunting Indians, and Corn Pop was there and we had a length of chain. The First Lady continued on to explain that after being apart last year, we have a new appreciation for those little moments that we can't plan or replicate. Like what Joe's gonna say next. Oh, and then an equally as organic and natural communication. Vice President Harris. Whoops, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Alongside her husband. Second man, lol. Doug Emhoff. Similar to the First Lady, Second Gentleman Emhoff explained, because of the pandemic, I had to put on my little apron and get everything ready so that when Kamala came home, she had a nice Thanksgiving dinner to come back to. We all had to adjust our Thanksgiving traditions. Really? Did we? Harris shared that because more people have been vaccinated. Oh no, according to the New York Times, not enough people have been vaccinated though. More families are able to reunite for in-person holiday gatherings. Oh, really? Cool. I couldn't imagine being so pathetic that I live my life based on what faceless and nameless organizations tell me to do. That must suck. Grandparents are being reunited with their grandchildren, and more families, including ours, will be back together. Pathetic. Trump chose to keep his words somewhat reserved, but he pointed out a very interesting time in our country. But don't worry, we'll be great again. Have you seen my little friend? He's really great with a rifle. And we will all do it together. America will never fail, and we will never allow it to go in the wrong direction. That's awesome. That's so much better, you know what? Like celebrating the day that's been held sacred and, you know, appreciated by so many people out there. It's like, yeah, you should probably point that out, especially if you're, you know, trying to talk to the biggest swath of people, because, yeah, okay, you got your weirdos on Twitter or out there on social media who think that Thanksgiving is just a celebration of genocide. And it's like, there's like 6 people who actually believe that. And if people just got off social media, the world would be a better place. But then again, you'd also miss out on really, really smart things like what Republican Bill Kristol had to say. And I know this was on CNN, but nobody watches CNN. They just watch the clips. And you've seen the messaging from Biden and Harris. Oh, last year you guys had to spend Thanksgiving apart. Kristol took it a step further, realized there was no Thanksgiving last year. Hey, fuck, I didn't even notice that. Jesus Christ. There was no Thanksgiving last year? Fuck. Because I remember the videos I was making, you had those stupid Kraken lawsuits from Lynn Wood and Sidney Powell drop last year, and I was reading through those, and that was a good time. But, yeah, there was no Thanksgiving last year? What the fuck? Oh, and he also makes a similarly stupid, or equally stupid claim as well. So, realized there was no Thanksgiving last year before complaining about inflation inflation. So what? It costs more. At least you get to have it this year. What a fucker. During Wednesday's newsroom on CNN, political commentator Bill Kristol didn't even know, argued that people should realize that there's no Thanksgiving last year, given the COVID pandemic, before they complained about inflation causing soaring food prices. Be thankful we're letting you eat cake. Kristol said, I think they are crazy enough to try to take more credit for what the progress has been made on the COOF and keep hammering that, and frankly to criticize Republicans who have not helped to get more people vaccinated. Oh my god. Is that like a mandatory talking point on CNN? Whatever. Get more people boosted. Oh, okay, that'll be the talking point for 2022. Get more kids vaccinated. Oh, of course, you're right in line with the Lincoln Project, so of course you're concerned about what kids are doing and how you can poke them. Or we're turning the corner on despite the upsurge. That is a grammatical nightmare. The last month or so, fewer are dying, and those are dying, unfortunately, are unvaccinated, and I don't care. Hopefully you're gonna catch a fat one, or instead of putting the turkey in the oven, just put your head in there, you fucking waste of space. But anyways, guys, hopefully you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy if you're gonna be partaking in the celebration, or I guess the kind of consumerism that's gonna be Black Friday tomorrow, which I was going to bring this up to wrap up the story, but I'll just, talk about it because it's a little bit more fun that way. Certain students are out there thinking that you should rename Black Friday because it sounds racist, not because it is, without knowing that it's definitely an old business term, because that's normally the first time that retail stores are in the black, which is turning a profit for the first time that year. But hey, no, don't worry about any of that stuff, and it's just another reason why you should be taking your kids out of public schools. But with that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.